Welcome to It's Happening. My name is Jared, and this is going to be in our Unseen Realm series. So for a very, very long time, I truly believed that the earth was what they told us it was, because science and all of those good things. And then, there was no way to really prove it other than what the Bible had said. But remember, in those times, they tried to convince us that the people back then were cave dwellers who banged their women over their head and too stupid to be able to build some of the buildings that they built, to build the temples that they built, to have free energy like they had back then. So again, should we question the science or should we question the lies and manipulation that those elites indoctrinated into our school system? The point of this video is to hopefully for those of you to get an open mind, question everything you think you know, question everything you thought as a child, question everything you were taught in school, question everything your parents taught you, question everything I teach you, question everything you learned today, and then we all come together and we find the truth in the middle. Always. But if you don't question anything, it is very easily to be manipulated into believing certain things. And now, if you're a believer like me, and like my special guest I'm fixing to bring on, the one reason that they would want to manipulate the world into believing that the world is round is because, well, as I'm going to show you, creation doesn't say that it is. Not in our religion, I'm not a part of a religion, not in my faith with God, not in ancient religions, not in any other religions did they ever mention the earth being round. So either we are to believe the teachers in the history who told us all these things were what they were and that people were just too stupid back then, or we could see with our own eyes and look back in the past and see the unbelievable structures they built. They even knew about sound frequencies. They built temples designed specifically for sound frequencies because sound frequencies heal us. They heal our bodies. They heal cancers. They heal all kind of things. Which will also bring up a couple questions. Why did they get rid of all the church bells? Those certain vibrations. Think about that. And like I said, don't just believe me. Dig into this stuff, because when people started first telling me this stuff, I was like, you've lost your mind. There's no way. And now the more and more I'm learning about how much the people in power lie, manipulate, and control everything, it is those fallen angels, the same bloodlines, manipulating everything, trying to turn us all into rebels and against God. So he can win our souls over. So no matter what you believe, I truly believe this is a spiritual battle, and it is unfolding in front of our very eyes. So me and my special guests are going to show y'all some videos. While yes, some of them may look like propaganda type videos, I encourage you to look even deeper. This is just going to be part one of a multiple series that we're going to do to show y'all that not just the TikTok videos, but physicists and other people that have done experiments. And we're going to show you these things. And we encourage you to comment below, talk with us. Let's open dialogues, because we are here to learn. We are not here to tell you that you're wrong or to make you feel bad about you being wrong. We are here to hopefully open your eyes as God has opened my eyes over the last few weeks. And that's it. So saying that, I'm going to go ahead and bring our special guest on and let her introduce herself. And then we are going to hop right into I'm going to bring up a link and I'll read that, the creation story, and then we'll do the videos, because then you'll understand why it lines up. We will be stopping and talking as we go. Again, I encourage you to comment below and talk. And don't forget, guys, As this episode is brought to you by VandyStreet.com. It is also brought to you by my AI team and our new line of products, our Health CBD line of products and Ageless products. Guys, you have got to check these out. I tested these for months, and so far, they are consistently working. And if you're looking for something other than this, I do have flower options. Let's talk sometime. Okay, guys. And again, these links will be in the comments for you guys to go ahead and to go see the website. But if you want something personalized made for you, we need to talk, and we'll create our images. I can even teach you how to do that as well. All right, guys, let's get on into this. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the article. I'm going to, my mom, I didn't introduce Sharon, my wonderful, the most wonderful woman on the planet. I need to introduce her first. Go ahead, Mom.
Hi, I'm the most wonderful woman on the planet. And I happen to be Jared's mother. My name is Sharon, and I'm fixing to join in on this and see what you all have to say.
Sorry, guys. I eventually we're gonna have a team that's gonna help us do this stuff, so we can just do the shows again. So, I do believe that I am the one who has opened my mom's mind back towards the flat Earth. Not saying that she hasn't or not. Is that true?
Yeah, she has made me ask more questions. I really just hadn't given it much thought. And I definitely did not know it was as big a deal as it is becoming. It started off real slow, and now it's becoming a big deal.
Yeah, because, and why do you think that is based off of the science that they've talked about over the last 2 years?
Because I think they've made it difficult to believe in science.
Amen. Okay, now let's get right on into it. I am going to pull this up. Remember, I've got to do that for you while I read this. I'm going to go ahead and pull up this link and read it. And we will kind of talk about it a little bit, and then we'll get into the videos that's really going to hopefully open your eyes. All right. So this website is BibleStudyTools.com. And I am going to start in Genesis 1:9. Again, Mom, have Jeremy make sure everything's working on Rumble. Okay, the creation story. And God said, let the waters under the heavens be gathered together in one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. God called the dry land earth. The waters that were gathered together, he called seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let the earth sprout vegetation, plants yielding seed, and fruit trees bearing fruit in which is their seed, each according to its kind on earth. And it was so. The earth brought forth vegetation, plants yielding seed according to its own kind. And God saw that it was good. And then there was evening, and then there was morning, the third day. And here we go. This is what's very important. Pay attention to this. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to separate day from night. Let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. I'm going to pause there because remember, Jesus told us we do not know the hour or the day, but the signs and the seasons will be there for us. And there it is. And let them be lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light upon earth. And it was so. And God made the two great luminaries, the greater light, which is sun, to rule the day, and the lesser light, the moon, to rule the night, and the stars. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light to earth, to rule over the day and over the night and separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening and there was morning and the fourth day. And then it goes on to the living creatures and things like that. So I'm going to stop sharing there. And as you can see, and this is just portion of it. I haven't even got into the four corners of the earth. I haven't even got into a bunch of it. That's going to come into the part twos. But we are going to show you some videos now, and then I'll have her come back on and we'll talk about it. So these are TikTok videos. So, but that's okay. All righty. Let's see. Let's start with. Okay, I'm going to start with this one first.
I'd never seen anything like it before or since, and that's unusual because I've always had an interest in scientific things. I think that's even why I got selected to go to Antarctica, because a big part of the interview was about science and what I believed about things. So I really thought it was cool to see something I'd never heard of before. The whole time I was at McMurdo, I heard people talking about the wall, like that was a special place. It's pretty common to find ice walls and ice cliffs all over Antarctica. The whole place is ice, but it's all just normal white or clear ice. So I asked my friend where they get the sky ice from, and he said it comes from the wall. I don't remember exactly how he described it, but apparently there's a huge wall of sky ice in Antarctica. He said it was hundreds of miles inland from the coast. I never got to see it myself because I was only, and then I'm going to skip forward, stationed to McMurdo. I didn't get to go out.
I'm going to pause that because here we are again. It said, God said, let there be a dome in the middle of the water, the firmament. And in different translations, that could be the firmament, the heaven, not heavens or heaven. The heaven is considered as the firmament as well. Let it divide water from water. God made the firmament and divided the water under the firmament from the water above the firmament. That is how it was.
Go out on expeditions. He said it was the biggest natural structure in the world. Imagine that. He said that in the 1960s, the U.S. Army had a plan to bore a tunnel into the wall, but they didn't have a boring machine that could handle the super cold temperatures. So they had a whole testing project in Greenland where they developed ice tunnels and invented new boring machines that could operate in super cold temperatures. So this was back when they were going into forming NASA and all the other things that were kind of strange, the Antarctic Treaty, around that time, pretty close to it. And he says, like they did this whole big thing in Greenland for just practice. So it was like they were practicing to bore into the sky ice. I'm not an expert on that, but that's just what he told me. Then once they had the new boring machine figured out, they brought it to the ice wall, or to the wall in Antarctica. He said that the machine bored a tunnel. I don't remember exactly, like 5 or 10 miles into the wall, but that they never broke through the other side of the wall, and that they still don't know how thick the wall is even to this day. And I'm probably not remembering this part correctly, but I think he said that at first the floor of the tunnel was solid rock, but after a mile or two in, the floor was sky ice, like it was sky ice underneath after a certain point, or something like that. And apparently the wall slowly builds itself back up. So it slowly builds itself back up after you cut it, because after a year or so, the tunnel had shrunk smaller all by itself, like a self-healing wound. It starts closing up.
Now that's pretty amazing, isn't it? Let's go on some more.
Had to leave the boring machine inside the wall because the tunnel shrunk too small to get it back out. And after a few decades, the tunnel was completely gone. Like the part of the wall was solid again. He said that now the scientists were trying to use technology to figure out how thick the wall is. He said something about putting earthquake sensors all along the wall, and that somehow you could measure the signal from an earthquake to see how thick the wall is. but he kind of lost me on that part. I never really thought about any of that after I left. It was really weird stuff, but I didn't think it was a big deal at the time. But then a few weeks ago, I saw a map of the wall in Antarctica, except the map was all flat and crazy looking, and it showed the wall going all the way up over the whole Earth. So since then, I've been trying to learn more about the sky ice that I saw and the wall that I heard about, but I can't find anything at all. So now I'm really wondering if there could be a connection here. And that's how I found.
All right, and I'm going to stop that one right there. Do you have anything you want to say on that real quick before I go to the next one?
No, go ahead and go to the next one because I think it's going to lead into the question that I
Okay.
was thinking about.
Now, I don't know about you, but I don't remember learning about Auguste Piggard in history class. This guy was attaching...
Wrong one. Give me 1 second. Now, this one, guys, even has a news station talking about it, but we're going to get to that one in a minute. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Sorry, it kicked out. I got to refix it. This is why I need a team. I'm so sorry, guys. We were getting there. Thank you for all your patience. And don't forget to like this video, comment below, share it with your friends and family. It really helps a small family business grow and get the word out. Thank you guys for all the support so far. You can help support us through Cash App, PayPal, through stars and tips on X right now. I am working on my website for other ways as well for subscriptions so we can bring y'all all kinds of content. Okay, so now let me go ahead and go back to where I was.
Craft up here, the SR-71. And now so you guys can see for yourself the NASA documents on flat Earth. We don't live on a ball. There's a thing called firmament. So yeah, run that video, comment below. And this is for educational purposes only. Do share this with someone you love, care, and respect. Run it.
This plane, in and of itself, the SR-71, proves that we're not on an oblate spheroid that spins. The Lockheed can fly at a max height of Mach 3 and flies at an insanely high altitude. Now, if the Lockheed can go over 2,000 miles an hour, how much curvature should it have to account for to stay at the same altitude? Top speed, again, is 2,200 miles an hour. Let's just say there's 2,200 miles between point A and B. That would be 570 miles of curvature between the 2 points of reference. That'd mean that the Lockheed would have to be dipping 9.5 miles a minute, or 836 feet a second. But let's see what NASA thinks about planes flying over Earth. Derivation and definition of a linear aircraft model. Model of a rigid aircraft of constant mass flying over a flat, non-rotating Earth. It's gotta be the only one, right? It's gotta be the only one. A mathematical model of a CH-53 helicopter. The helicopter equations of motion are given in a body axis with respect to a flat, rotating Earth? If this is the first time you're hearing this, then you heard it here first, you know what I'm saying? The sun actually goes around our flat Earth like this, clockwise. It acts as a spotlight shining down onto the flat Earth that we live on. It gets closer and farther away, causing seasons from the North Pole. On its most inner declination around the North Pole, that's when Alaska can see 24 hours. On its most outer declination, that's when the Northern Hemisphere experiences winter. This is the equator. This dark line here going in a circle, that's the equator. Everything north, which is towards the North Pole, and everything south of the equator is the South Hemisphere. This is the Northern Hemisphere. Water, needs a container, dude. And I'll tell you what's containing all of the quadrillions of gallons of water in our ocean. Antarctica. It's actually an ice wall that encompasses us 360 degrees. And there's an Antarctic treaty written that says the 60th south latitude can't go past there. You'll die. Sea level. Seriously. Think about it. All the water's level. It's all at the same level. But I plan on starting a podcast to expose all of this and plenty more. So check out my bio, check out my link tree in my bio, click on my profile. I'm being censored on my main page, so that's why you're seeing me here. I'm kind of doing a test. So, but seriously.
Anything you want to say on that?
Well, I think that it shows that there are not just one reason why that people are changing their mind. There may be a lot of them, and it all has a lot to do with what is going on today.
In Antarctica.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to pull up another video. And we're going to talk about it. Guys, don't forget to comment below. Whether you believe or not. If you believe the earth is round, then let's talk about that. I'm open to still talking about that stuff. The goal is here to teach each other, to learn, to grow, to seek God, to seek God on God's terms, not on the world's terms. All right, let's pull up another one. Now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and play this one, but there's a couple better ones. But I'm going to go ahead and play this one first because it's an actual news channel talking about it as well.
Well, this might be a good conversation starter. Do you believe the Earth is a sphere? The answers you get might surprise you.
The curving horizon, the sloping sea level, the spin of the Earth. Unless you can see these phenomena with your own eyes, they may not be true. Unlike what we...
I want to stop it right there. I want to have a comment. So, from what science has been teaching us, is that our orbits, right? Our Earth rotates around the sun, and all the other planets rotate around everything else. They also claim that the Earth is spinning as well. So, if this was true, now I'm not a scientist, I'm just learning as I go. But if this was true, it sure would seem like at some point in all of that, the constellations would start to change. If the Earth is flat, it makes more sense that the constellations don't change. Could be wrong on that. Let me know below.
We've been told in school, the Earth looks like a snow globe, round but not sphere. The North Pole is at the center of most flat Earth maps, with the ice of Antarctica holding everything in.
The round or spherical Earth theory is propagated by some conspiracy.
And the number of people who think so is growing. Thousands, if not millions of people believe the world is flat.
And it's the subject of tonight's special report. WCIA3's Aaron Eads is here with us now. And Aaron, as far as conspiracy theories go, flat Earth theory is actually getting pretty popular.
Yeah, the number of people who believe.
Don't you love how they immediately call it a conspiracy theory? They don't think, hold on a minute. Maybe what we've been taught all our life is the conspiracy theory. I mean, seriously. What do you think about that, Mom?
Who has the burden of proof? I mean, who can prove one way or another? And I think there's a lot of scientific arguments going on right now simply because they don't want to lose
funding.
Yes, they don't want, if this all changes.
NASA's the biggest scam.
Yeah. I mean, if it all changes, then there we go. We're right back to money again.
Well, no, it takes away their power.
Well,
this
yeah,
comes out, it takes away all of NASA's lies, all of the CIA, all of this manipulation, and then also it gives glory to God because more people are going to awaken, and that's what they don't want. That's my true opinion on it.
Okay.
All right, I'll play a little bit more.
The Earth is flat is actually growing. Scientists might have an idea of why that is, and it's worth talking about. And what better place to do so than one of the flattest places in the country, right here in central Illinois. It doesn't get much flatter than this. Geological survey data shows Douglas County.
All right, guys. So this video is not going to go and show a lot more. I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys that is becoming more prevalent because these news stations are talking about it. So we're going to go ahead and move to another video. And I want to go to this one.
Is right on the way.
Gotta restart that over.
flight-
Sorry, guys. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Does anyone else find this a little concerning? If we are on a supposed globe, this has never happened. This flight from Taiwan to Los Angeles, there's an emergency along the way and needed to land the plane as quickly as possible. Why in the world would they land all the way up there in Alaska? If we are on a supposed globe, Hawaii is just right there. Oh,
That is a damn good question. And if I have any pilots come across this, I've never flown. I really want to fly before I leave this earth. But pilots, I know you are not allowed to really talk about a lot of things, but you can inbox me, and I want to know how true this is. If you have any friends that are pilots, please tag them in this video, comment below, share it with them. I would really love to talk with them.
oh, I get it now. Taiwan to Los Angeles, Alaska is right on the way. This flight from Argentina to India, emergency happened along the way, so they stopped all the way up in Amsterdam. Like, why didn't they go straight across? Oh wait, they did. Argentina to India, Amsterdam is along the way. Now this one will really make you scratch your head. This flight from Auckland to Peru, emergency happened along the way, so they landed in Los Angeles, passing the equator. Like, why would you pass the equator when you could have just went straight across? Makes sense. Auckland to Peru, Los Angeles is along the way. Guys, I could do this all day. Flight pass proves that the earth is flat. But send this to somebody that needs to see this. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about these flight pass. But if you haven't followed me, follow me so you never.
All right, let's go ahead and bring up another one. I'm going to let Mom comment a little bit about that. What do you think of that?
Well, I think he's right. I think that if you're listening at all, you need to follow us. You need to follow the people that are doing this because it may give you more information than we've ever thought about before. You know, not everything that they did way back when was wrong. Not everything was right. There was a lot of genius things that were invented years ago. There was a lot of things that they thought were true that were not true. And I think we may be just exploring to find out what is true.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to pull up another video and we'll talk a little bit more. Don't forget, guys, go to VandyStreet.com. This is one of her new customer design, specifically designed for them. VandyStreet.com. She's the best of the best. All right. And again, guys, please hit that subscribe button, like button, comment below. It helps the algorithm get this video sent out more so we can continue to reach more people that need to be reached for God's glory, not for ours. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull up another video.
I think it's
All right,
imperative.
hold on. I got to share it real quick. Go ahead, Mom.
I was just going to say, I think it's imperative that people start chatting with us. Tell us what you think, one way or another. If you think we're full of it, say that. Tell us why. If you think we're not, tell us why. That's the only way any of us are going to learn. We can't just each one come up with our own theory.
That's right. That's why we're doing this, so we can learn together. All right,
That's
so I'm
what
going to go ahead and
saying.
pull this,
Talk.
pull this next video up.
Critical thinking to deduct that the Earth is round because we can see the moon and sun are also round. We can't see that the moon and sun are also round. We only see one side at all times. And let me show you something about the moon that's going to blow your mind a little bit. Maybe, perhaps, I don't know. Stick around. Let's find out. Look at this right here. And it says in the Bible that there are waters above the firmament, so this could make sense.
This is the moon that you see every day. It's right above your head, and it probably never occurred to you that the key to understanding where you live is right in front of your eyes. I will show you now what it is that you're looking at and what you don't see. The image of the moon contains the
I know you might be asking what map was being used. Well, that was a flat Earth map from before we realized, or we were told that the Earth is a globe about 100 years ago. So it's kind of weird how it perfectly aligns with the craters on the moon. And we know that the moon, it might just be a reflection of what Earth actually looks like. So who knows? Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. But you can't deny the fact that that is a little suspicious.
So what do you think of that, Mom? It's a reflection of what we look like down here on the moon.
Right.
They keep telling us it's craters and all that other stuff.
It may well not be.
I am 92.5% now at the point it is. Now, I agree. I'm not trying to argue, but that's just where I'm at. That it absolutely is. I can't freaking get... I'll have to add the AI team thing later. Okay. So, saying that, let's go look at another video. And this time, where is it? No. Give me 1 second, guys. Go ahead and talk, Mom. Talk a little bit about what's going on while I'm looking.
Oh, I was just thinking that it's kind of like what they're doing right now, where they're going back in time. And I know I've alluded to this before, but I think that they're going back in time and finding out things that they believed were not true are true. And who knows? This may not be one of them. But again, I will say, please come on and talk to us, because I think different points of view are the only way that we can get any growth. I had a teacher one time tell me, don't question anything. What I tell you is the truth, and you accept that. And I got up and walked out of her class, and I have never been back. And no, that wasn't in public school. It was not in public school. Too many rules there. Not the least of which is don't question. If you don't question, how do you ever learn whether you're right or wrong?
Sorry, guys, my internet's messing up. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, give me just a second. Go ahead, Mom. Keep talking.
I was just bringing up questions and how important it is. And we need to get more people in on these chats. And you don't have to come on and stay for the whole thing, or you can. Or you can make them just a statement saying, this whole thing is crazy, you know? Okay. Everybody has the right to their opinion. But we're not looking for opinions, we're looking for facts. And the only way to do that is to get everybody to talk. It may not be something you're interested in. Wasn't something I was interested in before 2 weeks ago. I didn't even know it was going on. So maybe there's a reason that all of a sudden it's coming out that in a certain country, there's 7% of the people believe now that it's a flat earth.
Well, remember, the devil came to deceive, steal, and destroy, to manipulate the bloodlines of humans, to manipulate us so bad that we end up worshiping him while we think we're worshiping Christ. Okay, I found another video that I was looking for. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. And then we will come back on here and talk a little bit more and end this one out. But like I said, this is just part one. If you guys have any ideas on some other stuff and you would like to come on and talk about this with me and my mom, we are open to bringing people on. I can bring up to 10 people on at once. So if y'all ever want to have some debates, we can call it a VandyCast episode. We will get there, guys. All right, so let me pull this up.
I'm from outer space. I got lucky with the blood evolution in my veins. I'm gone, I've been far away. I'm illuminated now, making moves, started waves. I've been dreaming of my flying for a long time. I had a vision from the birds, they won't go sign. Artificially intelligent way. I'm the future, blessed present, I'm the fine line. Yeah, I'm the missing link of this illusion. I am not really here, I'm an intrusion. I don't swim or sing, I just flow. I don't need gravity, I just need flow. When I move, it's it up, when I rumble. I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like there is no trouble. When I I'm from outer space. I got lucky with the blood evolution in my veins. I'm gone, I've been far away. I'm illuminated now, making moves, started waves. I've been dreaming of my flying for a long time. I had a vision from the birds, they won't go sign. Artificially intelligent way. I'm the future, blessed present, I'm the fine line. Yeah, I'm the missing link of this illusion. I am not really here, I'm an intrusion. I don't swim or sing, I just flow. I don't need gravity, I just need flow. When I move, it's it up, when I rumble. I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like there is no trouble. When I
Are you there?
All right, I think you can hear me now. Okay, dang it, I was on a roll there for a minute. So let's not forget that man, I had it. I was saying something good too. I hate when that happens. This is why we need a team. This is why we're looking for more people, and this is why we're going to continue to grow so we can bring you the best stories possible. Hold on one second. Let me go back and look real quick, and I will tell you where I was on what I was thinking. Okay, again, so where I was at, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so where I was at is science over the last 100 years has tried to convince you of evolution. They've tried to convince you that of these climate change. They've tried to convince you of all of these things. So imagine when we find out and when we do prove that the earth is flat, that destroys the elite's concept of needing more and more and more and more and more of our tax money to fix climate change. Climate is consistently changing. Humans are not affecting it as much as they claim to be. And the one thing they like to leave out is that once the CO2 levels started rising, they like to blame the heat on that. But what they leave out, it was warming up way before then. And it's only warmed up quite a little bit, like less than 2%. And the more we dig into this, we really learn that the CO2 is what helps our plants grow. It's what helps us breathe. It's what helps us live. And it's a lie. CO2 is not causing climate change. It actually helps it. And it's proven because the earth was heating up before, and then the CO2 levels started rising, and more and more and more green land is being found across the earth. I'm not a scientist, but I have a brain God gave me to be able to discern what's right in front of my very eyes. I mean, it's truly unbelievable. And again, guys, I'm not trying to convince you right now. I am trying to show you. I'm trying to open your mind in the hopes that you will start digging deeper, in the hopes that you will talk with me more about it, maybe even come on the show and talk about it. I will even offer some giveaways of my CBD products for anybody willing to come on and talk with me about it. I'm going to let my mom go ahead and say a few more things, and we're going to close this episode out. Again, thank you so much for all the support we're getting so far. If you have any ideas for some shows on these types of shows you want us to do, let me know below. I would love to bring you the stories that you're more interested in. That is the goal here, because we need to bring you the stories so we can get. Anyways, if you have any ideas, let us know below. If you are looking for new Healthline products, the links will be below. If you have any questions on them, let me know. If you need flour, let me know. The handmade tumblers, the link will be below. And my mom also does some stuff. We'll be adding that on to the stuff later. And thank you guys so much. Thank you, Sharon, for coming on and giving another perspective. This is just part one, guys. Remember, we will be doing another part, and we are going to start structuring them more and more. I'm taking some video editing courses so we can bring you the most professional videos that we possibly can. And thank you guys so much. It means so much to me and my family. Thank you. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, the earth has been around for a long time, longer than we have, I believe. Maybe, just maybe, it's not us who needs to fix the earth. It's the earth who needs to fix us, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely.
Try talking to your trees. Try talking to your plants. Overnight. 15 minutes. It doesn't matter how long. Talk
Go
to
out
them.
there and talk to them when on the tower.
Talk to them nice.
We're all
See what the-
connected.
See what the difference is. Everything is all connected because
Mindset.
just watch. Just watch.
Again, thank you, Mom, for coming on. We will be bringing on some more people very soon. Guys, leave us a comment, please. It helps the algorithm. Go ahead and leave a comment thanking my mom for coming on and giving us a perspective from we definitely need to be listening to our welders. They are much more wise than we are. I am learning that as I'm dealing with my teenagers. Oh my God, I can imagine what I put her through. I don't think that, I mean, in a sense, I don't think I made bad choices, but as far as not doing specific things or listening to certain things or doing my part around things, I did my best. I don't think that I fault that area. I had areas in my life that made it difficult, and that's what made me fight those things. Who knows? One day, me and my mom will come on and we'll talk about our story together. We'll do all that. I mean, we have a lot of ideas, and our whole goal in all of this is to reach people that need to be reached for God's glory, so you can see that God is working through me, so you can see that God is working through my mom, so you can see that God is working through all these people that are trying to get the truth out. And remember, guys, the one thing they don't want you doing is asking questions. And how dare you ask if the earth is flat? Remember that. And don't forget.
But it's happening.
Yes, she's right. Don't forget, folks, it is happening, especially if a Democrat tells you it's not. You guys have a wonderful day. We will see you again soon. Thank you for all the support. Have a good evening.